Ugh, are you kidding me?
It says it's live. Rockin' and rolling.
Hello, dog lovers. My name is Krista Karpowicz, and a lot of you might know me as the host of the Wag Out Loud podcast. That is a weekly show where we are obsessed with canine health, nutrition, and overall well-being. So if you don't know about it, check it out. From those watching from the Wag Out Loud Unleashed community, before leaving a comment, you'll need to give StreamYard, which is the platform that we're using, permission to access your name and your picture. So in the post, you'll see the streamyard.com/Facebook. If you could just go to that link, and you only have to do this once for all future comments, reactions, and to show your name and picture. So if you could do that, and again, that's only for the Facebook group. Everybody else, I will be able to see your comments. Okay, so how this show works, this is the absolutely first ever LTO show, limited time offers on all of our favorite dog related products. So products for dogs as well as products for the dog lovers, which are ourselves. But before we introduce our guests today that are going to share their amazing product, I want to share a quick video.
Poor dental health can shorten a dog's life by 1/3. Help them live their best life and smile happier with TEEF. Fresh breath, healthy gums, clean teeth. Ridiculously easy. Just scoop, add, drink. TEEF is made from 100% safe, plant-derived ingredients that are tummy-friendly, with no weird dyes, chemicals, or preservatives. Our ingredients outsmart the bad bacteria and give the good bacteria an extra boost, which naturally strengthens the oral environment. TEEF turns your dog's water dish into a molecular toothbrush that cleans your dog's teeth every time they drink. TEEF helps promote healthy gums, strong teeth, and fresh breath. Get TEEF.
All right. So with us today, we have Dr. Emily Stein and Lindsay Campbell. They are the co-founders of Primal Health and the makers of TEEF for Life. And before we get started, we all need to say happy birthday to Lindsay because today is her birthday. So we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And we would love to know who is with us today. So in the comment section, if you can either give us a wave or a thumbs up or where you're from, that would be awesome. Okay, so ladies, please introduce yourselves and share with us everything about TEEF.
I'm going to go first with this little adorable gentleman right now. His name is Cashew. He is a 2-year-old mixed breed rescue. He has been on TEEF for, gosh, how long? Pretty much since four months of age. So you can see his gum integrity is nice and tight. Lots of vasculature going on there. It's not puffy, no signs of gingivitis, and his teeth are white, and better yet, his breath is amazing, and he is healthy little guy. No dentals necessary. He drinks it every single day. Single scoop in his water bowl, and that is sufficient to keep the bad bacteria at bay and to empower the good.
That is amazing. He's got beautiful teeth. Wow.
He does. So, I'm Lindsay Campbell. I'm VP of Business Development at Primal Health, and Emily is our inventor and CEO, our fearless leader over there, and of course, Cashy is our basically model for perfect dental health. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and say thank you, Krista, for having us, first of all, and then thank you everyone for joining us this evening. We're here today to tell you about TEEF. It's our daily dental hygiene product that's made with technology that goes beyond typical approaches for dental health. It's developed from science that successfully manages the root cause of tooth loss, gum disease, and bad breath in a safer, more revolutionary way. First of all, I think some backstory is important. Emily first invented this game-changing dental technology for humans after her grandmother suffered a major stroke and had some other severe health issues that stemmed directly from advanced dental disease. Fast forward 4 years from there, she rescued her senior dog, Tinsley, who nearly died from blood poisoning because her dental decay was so severe. After getting about 20 teeth extracted, months of antibiotic treatment, and thousands of dollars in vet bills later, Tinsley's health was restored. But come to find out that the unfortunate truth is Tinsley's story isn't rare. Over 80% of dogs have dental disease by the age of 3, and if left unchecked, that can result in a loss of up to a third of a dog's lifespan, which is a long time. And I assume that, like me, the idea of putting your dog under anesthesia for dental cleanings makes you a little uneasy. Emily and I looked for some safe products for daily dental hygiene maintenance a while ago and found that nearly all of them contained toxic chemicals, carbohydrates, and other just weird ingredients that are actually harmful when ingested by the dog, and then also can make dental disease worse. So it was at that point that our mission became pretty clear. And also to be mentioned would be Emily's background. She is a microbiologist with expertise in infection and inflammatory disease. She earned her bachelor's in microbiology and immunology from the University of Iowa, and then got her PhD in microbial biology. Was that right?
Well done.
Berkeley. And then she spent 7 years at Stanford as a medical.
I'm wearing my Berkeley shirt actually for this.
Very good.
Oh, I can't. There we go. There's the golden bear.
Perfect. See, proof. And then, so she studied rheumatology and immunology at Stanford for 7 years. So really her unique kind of background has armed her with a profound understanding of the behaviors of bacteria and their impact on dental and overall health. So because of this, our product and technology are really pretty different from anything else that's available. We base our development and research and all those things on 3 key philosophies. And number 1 is focus on the good. In every mouth, there's this ongoing battle between good bacteria and bad bacteria, and your pet, and you for that matter, need good bacteria in order to thrive. Our science works deep below the gum line where it all exists. That's where most of the damage is done, to preserve, protect, and grow the good bacteria, which is embracing the true driver of overall health. We protect against bad breath, tooth loss, and disease by doing that. Number 2 is follow the science. Bacteria do not rest, and we don't really either. We're scientists, microbiologists, and pet lovers, constantly using knowledge of molecular nutrition, biology, things of that nature to create groundbreaking technology and pretty much get the best products we possibly can in the hands of pet owners. And then 3rd is formulate responsibly. Our pets deserve more than antiquated, toxic approaches when it comes to lasting health and longevity. Our science goes beyond typical ingredients to create formulations made with natural, unadulterated ingredients that are safe for the bodies of pets and humans alike. So I'll give you a really quick view of the product. And then
I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, Emily has some in her glass, as far as I understand.
I will demo it after you show them the.
So I don't know if you can see this, but this is a 30-day serving. My hands are not very big, so it is tiny. So what this is a very fine powder, just 4 human grade, 100% non-toxic ingredients, and this is the scoop that comes with it. No, we're not kidding. So it is basically one tiny little scoop in their water every day. And basically you're turning their water dish into a molecular toothbrush. Helps with breath, gum health, as you saw with Cash, beautiful mouth. So some of the features I think worth mentioning is that, or actually I'll go back to the fact that it's a small amount. It's important to remember that we're dosing the bacteria in the dog's mouth, not the actual dog. So
Right.
a one scoop will go a very long way.
And just to interrupt, the microbiome is the forgotten organ in the body. It's like there are many, many more microbes than there are dog cells in Cash's body. And so how good they are at functioning and metabolizing the food he eats derives his health or inflammatory state, which is one of the undercurrents for gum disease in dogs. And, he's probably going to get up right now, but dogs lose about a third of their lifespan if they have this kind of inflammation, and that is the sole driver is the microbes below the gum line and all the nasty waste products that they make that drive the disease process. And this dissolved in water actually gets all the way down underneath the gum line and starts to nourish those beneficial microbes to get them to grow, to start to take over that space in the mouth to make the microbiome healthier. And now he's gonna get up and go. He's done.
I'm gonna tummy ball you right now and say
His
what
tummy
my
over
co-founder is
and-
trying to say is that our product is really cool. But no, I mean for the most part that's it. We insist on having USA sourced ingredients. There's no artificial flavors, colors, fillers, preservatives, any of that stuff. It's tasteless and odorless. When you do put it in, you might notice a slight yellowing of the water, and that's just the vitamin B6 that turns out, but the dogs don't seem to notice. It's extremely low calorie, unlike dental chews and treats. We're vet approved. What else can I mention? It is formulated for canines, but it's also safe for cats to drink too. And some pet owners are swearing that it's working for their cats. So, but we are actually in R&D phase for a cat-specific formulation, as well as dental treats for dogs that are coated with the powder. So with that, I mean, Emily, if you have anything else to add, feel free. But I think
He's playing with that one loud toy again. He's playing with that one really loud toy again, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. Originally this was built for my grandmother, so it's as safe as it possibly can be, and it's not known to interfere with any medicine. So if your dog is on cardiac or renal medication or any other kind of medication, it should not be contraindicated.
Perfect. Okay, so you're going to drink it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's see this.
So I've already put it in here. So.
Because it's tasteless, right?
Yeah, you don't taste it.
Yeah, it's if you taste it on your tongue, it's a tiny bit salty, and that's because of we put a little tiny bit of baking soda to neutralize the acid that bacteria make when they eat carbohydrates. And there's so many carbohydrates in dogs' diets these days. And that's one of the major drivers for a lot of the bad things that are happening to them, including growing the wrong kind of bacteria below their gum line.
Actually, why don't you talk about the 4 ingredients and what they're doing? Maybe that.
So
Good
I mentioned baking soda. We found actually and got it patented. There's a soil bacteria that actually takes fiber from plants and converts it to a smaller fiber that is soluble. And so that's actually the majority of what's in this is this soluble fiber called cyclodextrin. And that actually stops the fungus and the bacteria from eating carbohydrate. It literally plugs them up. And then we also put in a prebiotic duo, vitamin B6 and L-arginine, which are turning on protein-eating behavior and good bacteria. So you're getting a starvation, carb-starving nutrient pressure, and then we're encouraging the beneficial microbes to overtake them by just feeding them and encouraging them to eat protein instead, which is like that. It's almost like a keto diet for the bacteria.
That makes sense. And I know that you mentioned before that the quote unquote doggy breath that we smell is it the waste from the bacteria?
Yeah. So there's a really cool molecule called cadaverin that was first identified in cadavers because it stinks. It's actually the bacteria make that when they digest sugars. Ooh. They also make putrescine and some of the other things that really smell bad, the aromatics. So a significant portion of dogs with gum disease, you'll smell it before you'll see signs. But for us, like I'm now well schooled in gum disease signatures, and just by looking at the gum tissue, I can tell if there's inflammation just in the gingiva, which is the gum. And you can usually see that a little bit before you'll start to smell the breath change. But now vets are saying, interviews with vets, they're finding dogs by the age of 2 with advanced perio or gum disease. So that's scary. That's really scary.
And is the stat still 80% of dogs before the age of 3 will have gum disease?
Yes, and about 92% of middle-aged cats have gum disease. Humans, it's about 7 out of 10 by the age of 65. So we're all grouped together. We're all having the same problems.
Okay. All right. Well, Lindsay, you're getting some birthday wishes here, and we're getting some questions in. So why don't we go to the questions, and then we will make your big LTO, your limited time offer for people to try TEEF. So our first question is from Gail, asking, can it be put in the food if the dog doesn't drink it in water?
Yeah, so that's a very common question because a surprising number of dogs don't drink as much water as they should, especially on a raw diet. And what I can tell you, sorry, Cash moved my light, is that it doesn't work as well because dogs swallow so fast. They're just not going to coat their oral microbiome as well as if it's dissolved in water. And we're coming out with a treat that's actually got it coated on the surface, and it forces them to chew a little bit to release it. But that won't be out until early 2021. So if you do put it on something, maybe put it in like a dilute form of like a bone broth or something. You want to lessen the sugar in there. You want to just max the scoop. You want that entire scoop to go in whatever they drink throughout the day.
You want them to lap it up. That's the goal, right? To get the best effect. So
yep.
Okay. Next question. Michelle says, I read that it works best when it gets used throughout the day. So just doing it twice a day in food won't work as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because the bacteria don't stop. Even during sleeping, they're spewing out tons of this waste product that causes inflammation below the gum line. And so it really is a minute by minute struggle. And that's why water we felt was the best first format to introduce TEEF into for dogs, is because they drink throughout the day, usually, not every dog.
I mean, typically something is better than nothing.
Yeah.
But best case scenario, of course, is in water. But we've actually advised people to add it to a toothbrush too, to supercharge the toothbrush.
Yeah.
Some people put it in a syringe and we'll just shoot it in the dog's mouth. You can put it on a little finger wipe. That's the coolest part about the powder, is that it can be personalized a little bit.
Yep.
You can be creative with how you do it. So maybe, give a couple different options a try.
So when you're saying put it on a toothbrush, that's instead of like an enzymatic toothpaste, you just put the powder with a little bit of water, and that's what you're going to use?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That helps me.
Yeah, enzymatic toothpaste are good for the tooth surface, but the enzymes they get stuck in the plaque below the gum line because there's a ton of biofilm below the gum line, and they just can't penetrate. So enzymatic toothpaste is great for teeth, but not so much for gum disease.
Got it. All right. Here's another question. We have Terry saying, I use a Lixit as a water bottle for my dog. I don't actually change her water every day. How would this work for my dog?
Linz, do you know what a Lixit is?
Lixit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, so I can tell you that customers that use a filtered unit to purify the water, the filter pulls the molecules out, so it kind of negates its use. And we recommend washing the water bowl every 2 days because biofilm does wind up building up, and that can be a source of harmful bacteria because there's a lot of nasty bacteria in drinking water and in pipes.
Absolutely.
Oh, I see. Like it's like one of those like hamster Licks-It things.
Oh, those are cool.
That's kind of cool. It doesn't look like it has a filter, so I
Good.
think like
Pretty
2
fun.
days keeping that up would be fine.
Yeah. For multi-dog homes, we find that we advise people to use a scoop in like a 2-gallon or like a juice container of water, put it in the fridge and then just put it throughout the house.
Top off water. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Okay.
You can maximize it a lot by doing that. So.
Gail has a comment that she says, my dogs are raw fed, so they drink very little because obviously they're getting a lot of moisture in their food.
You sure are.
Yep.
Well, you would be, so in rheumatology, I used to play a lot with bones from people. Sorry, I'm not going to gross everybody out. There's a lot of sugar in bone marrow. So there's hidden carbohydrate that folks need to be aware of. Plus sweet potatoes and a lot of that starchy stuff does contain carbohydrate that those bacteria just grab and start to digest. And so what some of the raw folks use is like either dilute goat's milk, like I'm talking 3 parts water, 1 part broth or something, and then they'll scoop it in there. Or the other way is other folks take that syringe, like Lindsay was saying, usually about a 5 cc syringe, and they'll just add a 1 cc in the mouth throughout the day. But those folks usually are retired and have time on their hands.
Well, Michelle has a really good suggestion here. She says that she drops a little treat in a small bowl of the water with TEEF throughout the day, so her dog drinks more and wants to get to that treat.
That's
brilliant.
That is so smart. Lynn's had the idea of making ice cubes. So I bought him a little ice cube tray, and in the summer, he'll totally go at some ice cubes.
But I learned the hard way, though. The vitamin B6 is yellow. So keep it on the hard surface.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Oh, all right. Oh, Marge is here. Marge is awesome. She has a great question. Does it work with senior dogs over the age of 10?
Boy, do I have a lot to tell you about senior dogs. So, yes, it does. But be aware that it winds up within 5 days, it's already started to reorganize who's living in the mouth. And that can affect who's living in the lower GI and surprisingly who lives in the bladder because there's microbes everywhere. And so you might notice a looser stool around day 3 to 5, somewhere in there. It's transient. It doesn't last that long. Or more frequent urination. And that's just the purging of all those harmful microbes and a lot of fungus and yeast from the body. And it's being replaced by the microbes that can utilize TEEF nutrients and grow on that, which tend to be the lactobacillus, the lactococcus, the ones that are associated with health and wellness.
Okay. So everybody keep your questions coming. For those that can't stick with us, of course, you're waiting for that amazing LTO. And how this show works is our LTOs only last for 24 hours. So once this show is over, you have 24 hours to take advantage of that limited time offer that we'll be giving you here shortly. Also invite all your friends to the replay, within that 24 hours so they can take advantage of it as well. So ladies, why don't we tell everybody what is today's LTO?
Go birthday girl.
LTO for 25% discount. Woo!
Woo! Okay. So
until 5 o'clock Central Time tomorrow.
All right. So there it is. LTO is 25% off at TEEFhealth.com. And you should also see that link in the post of this event. So take advantage of that. And you ladies told me that you can ship all over the world, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So anybody, there's no excuse. They can take advantage of this amazing LTO. Okay. Are there any more questions while we have our experts here with us today? And Michelle, I think we already answered your question. I didn't see it until I opened my big mouth. The enzyme toothpaste, does it interfere at all with TEEF?
It does not interfere.
Okay, great. So again, tell all your friends. They have 24 hours to take advantage of this, 25% off. And next week's show is going to be with Wolf Spring. They're going to be our product, and they are the only natural dog vitamin water. So we invite everybody to check out the show next week for another amazing product. If you are not familiar with Wag Out Loud, I want to invite you to check it out at wagoutloud.com. That's where all the weekly podcasts are. And Dr. Emily's podcast is going to be coming up here in the next couple months. She did an amazing interview and did a deep dive into periodontal disease in dogs. So I'm excited for that one to come out. We have an amazing community on Facebook called Wag Out Loud Unleashed. And it's free, but it's a private group where we talk about all of the stuff having to do with health and longevity for our dogs. So please go to wagoutloud.com to check out all the resources. And if you have a favorite product, or maybe you're a manufacturer of a product, go to wagoutloud.com and hit the bark about it button and tell us all about it. We would love to have all of the great products on the show. So we'd love to hear from you. Any other questions? Oh, Michelle's saying, awesome, just in time to reorder. So she's a loyal fan, obviously. So yeah, that's all we have. Again, this will be a 24-hour deal. Ladies, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
This was great.
It's always nice talking with you.
Oh, you guys are amazing. We appreciate you. I can't wait for the treats to come out.
Yep.
Winston will love those for sure. Lindsay, have a great birthday. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for spending it with us. And thanks to everybody that was here today. Please share this with all your dog-loving friends. And until next time, have a tail-wagging day.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.